Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Paul Lisnick and this is Comcast Newsmakers. This hour's newsmaker is Gloria Bunce. She is the executive director for Casa, court-appointed special advocates. Today we're going to be talking about the services that Casa provides the community. Nice to see you, Gloria.
Thank you. Nice to see you too.
I want you to talk about the mission of Casa. We'll just use that acronym.
Sure.
I know that's what most people know it as because it's a very unique organization.
Yeah, it is very unique in service. Casa is court-appointed special advocates, and we are a nonprofit volunteer organization that advocates for abused and neglected children within the juvenile court system.
And what makes it unique is
that we are the only nonprofit organization that is actually appointed by the judge to serve as guardian ad litem.
Okay. So, and we're going to have a message today for folks who would like to be involved in the program. They can.
Yes.
So, and they would do so in the role of guardian ad litem. So let's talk about what it means to be. What does a guardian ad litem do? It's a Latin phrase. Let's put some meaning to it.
Well, for people who are truly interested, what we do is we host a general information meeting. We want to explain to them in depth what it takes to be a guardian ad litem Casa volunteer.
And again, what is a guardian ad litem? What are the duties?
A guardian ad litem is a true party to the case. It means that we are there advocating for the best interests of children, and since we are appointed by the judge, we have complete access and relationship with the children and parties. So in order to make sure that children are receiving the best resources possible, to receiving what is necessarily for their best interest, we can interview with teachers. We go and talk to medical professionals because, again, we are a true party to the case.
In this child's life,
in this child's life, yes.
And the guardian ad litem ultimately actually makes decisions for this child.
Absolutely. We make recommendations and we put a report together for the judge. So the judge has several hundred, as you can imagine, cases, especially in our area of Kane County, that he has to review. So he really relies on the Casa volunteer to make sure that everything is so critical for the best interest and for, obviously, better outcomes for these children in their lives.
Let me take a step back a little bit and talk about, because some people might be wondering, okay, but where are the parents? Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
So talk to me about how the case ends up in court.
Yeah. From the very beginning to the end, it all starts with a hotline call from the Department of Child and Family Services. And then what happens is if a case is a proven abuse and neglect, comes into court, within 48 hours is what we call in our shelter care hearing. That is when we are appointed as a guardian ad litem. So the case could last anywhere from a minimum of 2 years to, unfortunately, is 8 to 10 years. Yeah, and these kids are being placed in foster situations, homes, and half of them with guardian relatives, and then the other with foster placements. But the ultimate goal, especially in our court system, is to make sure there's a return home goal, if at all possible. So we're working very closely with all the parties, and we work collectively with the people who know a lot about this child's life. So we do a lot for these kids.
And many of these young kids, so the relationship between the kid and the guardian ad litem is critical.
Critical. And you know, we get children from birth to 21 years of age. In the state of Illinois, children can stay within the system until 21 years of age. But you know, when you hear stories like our Casa volunteers share and the things that they're able to do behind the scenes, because our organization is solely focused on the best interests of that child. Where there's many, we can do all the research and fact-finding for the judge because he's making some pretty life-changing decisions for them.
Where does the funding come from? This takes resources and money.
It sure does. Because I have a staff of 12, we case manage over 200 guardian ad litems. We operate about $1 million a year budget, and it's all on private donations. So
part of the message today is if you can help this organization, give to it because you're helping kids all over the community. And if you want to be a guardian ad litem, you train them?
Absolutely, yes. And even now, today, so if you go to our website and you see exactly what it takes to be a guardian ad litem, maybe not time in their lives, but you can do something because we all know find a place, make a difference.
All right. Thanks, Gloria, for being with me.
Thank you.
This hour's newsmaker has been Gloria Bunce for Casa. I'm Paul Lisnick. Thanks for joining us here. This is Comcast Newsmakers. Bye-bye.